Hello everyone, welcome to DHS Informatics. This is Android part 6 session. In this session I am going to cover how to send a mail using our Android application and about layouts, linear layout, relative layout and constraint layout. So first, sending mail. Android has a built-in support to add to subject, text, etc. fields which can be attached to the intent before sending to the target email client. So we have extra email which holds email address that should be delivered to. So whatever the two mail ID we are going to give, that mail ID it will be holding extra email. And next is extra subject, a constant string holding that desired subject line of a message. Extra text, a constant character sequence that is associated with the intent used with action sent to supply the literal data to be sent. So here you will use action to launch an email client installed on your Android device. It means from your application you will be providing two message and subject things, and you will click on one particular button. On clicking that button you are going to redirect it to email app. So there whatever the information you are going to fill, those information will be filled there, and just what you want to do, you just click on send button. So for that only send action we are using here. So you can see syntax intent, email intent equal to new intent dot action send. So for SMS also we use this one. To send an email you need to specify mail to as URI using set data method, as well as text/plain for set type method like this. So email intent we use here. So email intent dot set data URI dot parse mail to, and email intent dot set type text/plain you should set it. So these are the first three lines you should write. After that you can use this extra email, extra subject, extra text, those things you can write. Next we have is layouts. So in layouts there are many types. Here we are going to discuss about is linear layout, constraint layout and relative layout. So first we have a linear layout. Android linear layout organize element along a single line. We can specify whether that line is vertical or horizontal using Android orientation. The orientation is horizontal by default. So next we have Android relative. So relative layout. In relative layout, all the elements are set based on the relationship with one another and with the parent container. This is one of the most complicated layout, and we need several properties to actually get the layout we desire. So next we have constraint layout. So whenever you are going to create your application, by default you will get a constraint layout. So Android constraint layout in Android Studio. So Android constraint layout is used to define a layout by assigning constraint for every child, like view, widgets, means button, text view. For all that, for every child we will be assigning constraints. And next we have is a constraint layout is similar to what? Similar to relative layout, but with more power. The aim of constraint layout is to improve the performance of the application by removing the nested views with a flat and flexible design. So how we are going to use these layouts, we'll study first. So I'll create a new application here, create new project. So here I'll make it as first I'll do send mail app. So give next, select empty activity. So uncheck this backward compatibility and click on finish button. So here I'll delete this one. I'll create edit text 1, 2, and this one is 3, and one button here. So once it is done, I'll make it as a hint. So this is for 2 mail ID. You should enter here 2 mail ID. So I'll just change the edit text name also, so it will be confusing. If it is edit text 1, edit text 2, if it is there means it will be confusing. So here also I should change. So once it is done, here hint. What is that? Subject. Next you should enter subject. So next here I'll just give a sub. So here also sub. So 2, I think here we should provide as a subject, and citizen here it is a message actually. So this one is subject. This one is also subject, and here we have a message, right? So what we can do, message, and this one also message. Here also, what is that? Here hint. This is what this. Here you should enter content. So what I'll give, I'll just give here as message. So design you can see now, it will look like this. So I'll just make it properly aligned here. Okay. So here I'll just make it as info constraint. Once it is done, I'll just change the name of the button as send. So once it is done, in main activity, I'll just take edit text, find view by ID, dot ID dot, first one is for 2. So here also I'll take email. So email as 2 here, email address 2, like this I'll take. So once it is done, again I should take other 2 edit text. So I'll just copy this, paste. So here I'll take it as subject, and here I'll take it as message, MSG. Once it is done, here also subject, here message. Once it is done, here I am going to declare it private edit text E2 sub message. So another thing I'll take it as private here you should provide semicolon. So here it is private button send. So once it is done, one other button we took here, so that is send button find view by ID r.id.button. I'll give it as send equals to. Once it is done, what I'm going to do, send dot set on quick listener new, we want quick listener. So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to convert these 3 edit text to string. So string first value as 2 mail is equal to e2 dot get text dot to string. So once it is done, string, Next is subject. Subject is equal to sub dot get text dot to string. So once it is done, string message is equal to msg dot get text dot to string. So once you convert your edit text to string, the next step we have is intent. I is equal to new intent. So I told you insert this intent dot action. Which action we should use? Action send. Action send, it is here. So once it is done, you should set some values here. That is I dot set data URI dot parse. So here you should set mail to and colon. So once it is done, another step is to set I dot set a type. Right? Set type. So here what you should provide inside the double quotes, type / plain. So here, sorry, not type, text / plain. Once it is done, you should provide I dot put extra here in this intent dot extra email. So you are sending extra email, comma, which is that value? 2 mail. So like this you should set. This is for 2 mail. So another thing, I dot put extra here intent dot extra underscore here subject. So comma here subject you should provide. So once it is done, another thing is I dot put extra intent dot extra intent dot extra extra here you should add text. So it is here. I'll just select this. Next here you should provide message. So once it is done, here you will be having start activity. So inside this you should provide intent dot create chooser. So here I'll just give I intent comma some information like send mail. So once it is done, I'll just run this application. So here I'm going to provide 2 mail IDs, Ashwini @ DHS Informatics gmail.com. So subject as hi, some messages hello. Once it is done, I'll just click send. So it will ask me for these options. So I'll click on Gmail. Okay, I should add one mail ID here. Here I'll add one mail ID. So here I just logged in. Once it is done, you can go to your application. So here to email ID I'll provide here. And subject hi and messages or something like that, and I'll click on send. So it will ask some options like this. I'll go with Gmail. So here you can see it is not displaying 2 because this 2 is there. For here I can enter like more than 2 to 3 email addresses also. For that this 2 mail is there. Here I should give new string. So this one I'll just keep into bracket. So once it is done, I'll just run this application. So now for to email ID, I'll give it as subject as regards DHS and message as something like I'll give, and I'll click on send. So now I'll click on Gmail. So here we can see two mail ID it is taking, and also subject as well as message text. So once it is done, what I can do, I can send a mail also from this application, sending message like this it will come. So once it is done, you can check your mail. It will send a mail through this particular whatever mail you have just logged in. From that mail we will get a mail. Like this we can send a mail. So you can observe here from Jack Sparrow regards DHS internship, I got a mail. So I logged in with this particular mail ID there, my project mail3@gmail.com. So I got a mail here. So what is the subject regards DHS, and about message is internship, something like this it will come. So now for example, you can see if I go to activity mail, here I have a constraint layout. It means by default I am getting constraint layout here in the Android Studio. So here however I want I can design, like however I want, drag and drop my information, and I can easily use it. So now about other two constraints we'll study. So new project, here I'll just give other two layouts. So here I'll just make it as a layout and give next, select empty activity and then check it and give finish. So now I created one particular project. Here I am going to, so here I'll create new activity. So right click on it, new activity, empty activity. So here I'll just create linear activity as a linear. So I'll just uncheck this and click on finish button. So another activity I'll create here, new activity. It is still, once it is done, I'll just right click on it, new activity, empty activity. So here I'll rename this activity as relative activity. So uncheck this and click on finish. So here I have for linear activity I have a code here. So you can see I have used Android orientation as a vertical. Vertical means these rows, whatever the inside this linear layout I have used. This linear layout, it will contain this information in a vertical format. And another linear layout I took. So here I assign it as a horizontal. So other than that, whatever the information you are going to take, that will be aligned in the form of horizontal. So I'll take this information, I'll go to linear activity. So your layout will be present where RES folder, layout folder will be having. So here what I'll do, controller, I'll delete all the information, I'll just paste it. So if you go in the design part, you can see first it is displaying in the vertical way, next it is displaying. So first it is displaying in a vertical, next thing it is displaying in a horizontal. So you can see here, I'll just remove it. So layout it is displaying in a vertical format, and next to linear thing, like next button will be starting to that button, all the information it is displaying in a horizontal format. So if I make it as also vertical, so I can see here it will be changed like this in the vertical format. Like this what we can do, and linear layout. So next we have relative. So how we can use relative layout is, you can see here some information about relative layout. So I'll just copy this layout information and I'll just paste it here. Control A, delete all the information and paste it. So once I'll paste it here, you can see some information, first name, last name, it is displaying. So what I can do, I can align this information properly. So this is an example of layout. So you can align the information particularly, like if you want center or if you want the margin corner, like what we can do, we can align it properly. But in linear layout, it will be like aligned one after the other in a proper way. But in relative layout, however user wants like that, we can arrange it. I hope you like this session. If you have any doubts, please do comment in the comment box. Thank you.